11 Tarrasques, God help us all. Despite my not-so-clever song, there is rumored to be only one Tarrasque, slumbering beneath the ground. He occasionally appears causing destruction before going back to sleep under the earth. The location of the Tarrasque's lair is a mystery, and the beast remains dormant much of the time. When active, he is a force to be reckoned with. Destruction abounds as the creature rampages across the land, eating everything in its path. The lore of the Tarrasque origins are varied. The 3.5 Monster Manual claims the Tarrasque was an abomination unleashed by ancient forgotten gods to punish nature, or that he was a creation between evil wizards. The 4th edition Monster Manual claims the Tarrasque was created by the Primordials and sent to Faerun to destroy all that the gods have created. Either way, it's an ancient creature probably created around the Dawn War. The Tarrasque can't really be killed, only put back into slumber. If even a small piece of it remains, it will grow back 1 hit point per round, although ancient texts postulate that the Tarrasque could be destroyed permanently were it somehow coaxed or tricked into leaving the world. The Tarrasque is the Godzilla of Dungeons & Dragons. It's that pinnacle monster said to be so difficult to defeat it represents the ultimate challenge for a group of high-level player characters. A full 50 feet tall and 70 feet long, with a long tail, reflective carapace, and 2 large horns on its head, the reflective carapace has a chance to reflect magic back at the user. I think I want a Tarrasque hide shield for my cleric. The Tarrasque will mess you up. It seems to have a blind sight of sorts. It has 2 eyes, but is unhindered while blinded. It's immune to charm and fear effects, and in 5th edition is immune to the paralyzed and poison condition as well. It's interesting to see how much the Tarrasque has changed in editions. 5th edition is obviously a very different game than earlier editions, but the Tarrasque has roughly half the hit points, 676, than it did in 4th edition. The Tarrasque has a bite and tail attack. It can also swallow adventurers with its bite attack. This is what it commonly does when it wakes up, as the Tarrasque is hungry. Waking from its slumber usually means a feeding time, and it can eat a lot. While swallowed, the creature is restrained and takes 16d6 acid damage at the start of the Tarrasque's turn. But if you do enough damage to the monster, you can cause it to spit up the creatures it has consumed. Why it returns to slumber is unknown. Sometimes it's active for a week or two before returning to sleep for 5 to 20 months. However, once every decade or so, the Tarrasque stays awake and active for several months. Afterwards, it could sleep for 16 years unless disturbed. The Tarrasque is unaligned and really is just a force of nature. It could easily destroy an entire city merely because it was in its path. However, it would just as well destroy a nearby uninhabited forest, eating all the plants and animals in sight. The Tarrasque can bypass resistances a creature has, able to do full damage with its attacks. It also has an aura that inhibits flight against creatures near it. This was a feature in earlier editions called Earthbinding, but has been removed as of 5th edition. Basically, a flying creature has its speed reduced to 5 feet with a maximum altitude of 20 feet. This puts the flying creature within reach of the Tarrasque. There was an adventure called How the Mighty Are Fallen, which players could participate in the destruction of the Netheril Empire. In the adventure, PCs are tasked with finding ingredients for Karsus's upcoming spell. And if you don't know who Karsus is, check the link in the top right corner to watch my video on the Netheril Empire. One of the ingredients is the pituitary gland of a Tarrasque. The PCs find the Tarrasque located in a lair protected by barbarians. They actively watch and monitor the Tarrasque to warn their tribe to flee if he awakens. If the PCs use magic weapons, they are able to extract the gland without waking the Tarrasque. Part of the quest is obtaining a special vial that will put the Tarrasque back to sleep if he is disturbed, which I have only read part of this adventure, but man, it has to be cool to perform giant surgery with magic weapons on a sleeping behemoth.